Good morning and welcome to Moresby Hall. Behind us we have, well, something rather spectacular. We have a Grade 1 listed mansion house situated on the west coast with sea views, and it looks like this. What an amazing building. The property itself was built in around about 1620, the part that you can see just behind us, but this is steeped in history. It also has an extension to the rear of it with the most incredible staircase you've ever seen. And that was built in around about 1275. It was part of an original peel tower. It includes even a stone spiral staircase that would have been able to go up the peel tower itself. The gardens here are absolutely breathtaking. The location that we're in is on the west coast, so we're very near the sea, and we're in a place called Moresby. And well, I am grinning from ear to ear seeing this incredible property. Now, I have got so much to show you, so I am going to turn around and give you a view and a tour of this magnificent residence. Now, we are looking at this at the moment. This is currently being used as a country guest house and is spectacular throughout. However, there's so much of me that feels this even could just be one main sole residence for somebody that wants to live in a little slice of history in a great location. Now I'm going to turn around and give you a full view of everything. I'm very excited to show you. I might even sneak myself into the video at points because some of the rooms here, and especially the staircase, are absolutely breathtaking. I hope you like it. So here we go. Now that is some splendor. What an absolutely beautiful property. We've got a lovely walled garden space all the way round, which is rather pleasant. And an an auditor illusion, I think would be the words. It's the road that leads through from Cockermouth to Whitehaven, which you just simply cannot hear from here. You're set so well down. We'll get in this front door in just a moment, but I think we'll start off with the garden space. So the garden's beautifully stocked. There's a lot here to see, and I'm going to just show you some snippets. But it's walled, it's beautiful, and then this then comes back to saying that there has the potential to turn this back into a family home because it just fits. It's beautiful. I mean, if you've got £1 million to spend that this property is on the market for, then this will be the most amazing family home. And we've got another extra section here, which is all the way up to this wall, all the way around, which is rather lovely. Now, looking at it for the current use, this has been used as a luxury country guest house for a number of years, and the current owners have really built up an absolutely cracking trade. I'll just mention in here, got like a very, very, very large summer house, but they've used this for functions and teas and other things like that. But coming back to the current use, the current vendors have been using it with 13, 14 letting rooms, and they've been booked very heavily for years. They've got quite a diverse selection of clients from the more senior execs that work in places like Sellafield and on the British Energy coast, through to regular holiday visitors that want to come up and book up quite a large part of the property to come and enjoy with friends and family. The repeat bookings have been amazing, so that's really an integral part of what you can buy and take forward. Now, the current owners are even going to include all of the furniture, even down to the knives and forks, to be able to make sure that anybody that comes in can have a great start. So as we come into the main entrance hall, we've got a fantastic space. Now I'm going to start over here and just give a indication of their drawing room. And it's very contemporary, very comfortable. We've got woodworking, wood burning stoves throughout. And there's a really lovely feeling here. But again, if this was a residence, this would make a fabulous sitting room. Then this entrance hall, which is obviously clearly door entrances to get into, is a great dining space or sitting room, exactly what it's being used for. Lovely things like these original tiles throughout this ground floor section. well, I nearly gave away the absolutely fantastic staircase that we're about to go to see in a moment. But again, another wood-burning stove, complete with a fantastic fireplace. And these double doors leading to this dining area. And the vendors have said that if they were looking to have a wedding or function or something like that, that they can actually cater for around about 40 people very comfortably. But I think if other owners were looking at this from a more food-orientated perspective, that there is no reason why there aren't areas that you can actually maximise that. And I'll show you that when we get to the first floor. So here we go. We're coming into a lovely old part of this fantastic house. And look at this for a staircase. It's like being in a castle. It's absolutely phenomenal. And I'll show you this in a little bit more detail in a moment. But again, these lovely original tiles coming through. So we come into the kitchen for the property. Now, this is a bespoke handmade kitchen. It's beautifully conditioned. I think this is like a Corian work surface. There's a nice larder to the back. But this also comes with a commercial kitchen. So whether these two wanted to be integrated, if you didn't want to use this as a residence, but maybe wanted to use as a restaurant, we have a great, very functional commercial kitchen. And having trained as a chef myself a very, very long time ago, you can do a heck of a lot with the space of this size to really kind of focus on creating a high-end eatery. So there's a bar in this space, and I'm not going to show you everywhere because I think my video would be for about 2 or 3 hours if that was the case. We'll come out this way and I'll show you something in a moment. But here we go. Let's start on these wonderful stairs. So just to give a bit of scale, we're on a few floors here, and this woodwork is absolutely to die for. Nice shallow steps, so anyone really would be able to pretty much get up and down these unless you've got severe mobility issues, but it's a great easy staircase to walk up and down. As we come into what's being currently used as a function space, now you have, and you'll see this in a moment, there's a double set of doors here, a double set of doors here, and this great function space. Either side of this is are two significant bedrooms. So if you were looking for maybe restaurant accommodation, you could maybe utilize this entire floor as well as the floor downstairs to be able to increase the covers. If you were looking at this for what it's currently being used for business meetings and everything else, this is an absolutely wonderful space. Or my personal preference is to make an awesome master bedroom with his and hers dressing rooms and a great amount of ensuite space. But yeah, that's dreams and aspirations. Could we dream to live in a house like this? Well, many of us could, and some of us can afford to do it. So why not consider that route? So I'm going to show you one of the adjoining bedrooms now. And as we come into this rather spacious four-poster bedroom, the thing that we will note in here, and I can't really show you scale, these ceilings are massive. We've got double windows here, and this is the doorway that leads through into that function area that we were in a moment ago. A nice, very fancy ensuite, complete with jets and all the other stuff that's in there, which is amazing. But coming back to its current use, what a wonderful bedroom. I can imagine the repeat business through this space would be quite huge. Now, the first thing that struck me when I came through the doorway here and the first time I visited the property is that this is almost a kind of suite. We've got a large bedroom space. We've got this dining area, which could equally be doubled up as a sitting room space. And then another very generous double bedroom with a dressing room area and another very nice ensuite and a huge shower cubicle. So as we consider that for people that are wanting to come and stay with you, whether it be a house or a restaurant or its current use as a country guest house, this suite area is quite lovely. And I can imagine, again, would be incredibly popular with returning guests. So we get another view of this great staircase again. And we'll go right up to the top in a moment. So we've got various other letting rooms. I'm not going to take you into them all. I think there's a loo over here, which is very useful. And then we have the other bedroom, which joins on through that door into that function space. Again, meaning that there is a large interlinked area that could accommodate larger function space without the use of the bedrooms, or, as I said in the video before, that could be the best master bedroom suite in the world, although these bedrooms are rather substantial. And all these period leaded windows overlooking the gardens. What an absolutely beautiful space. Okay, so I'm going to now take you to the top floor, where you can get the best view downwards from the staircase and give you a bit of an idea on some other parts that are here. So when I get to the top, it's a good workout today, this one. If I look back down the staircase, we then have, wow. Now, I suffer from a bit of vertigo, but I have looked over here several times because it is an absolutely beautiful space. And then the final room that I'm going to show you on this floor, and then an explanation on two others, is this very large 4-poster bed with, again, another amazing ensuite. This one's even got a TV built into the wall. And what an amazing space that is. It's hard to be able to show the scale. I'll show the ensuite again just quickly, but then there is also, from this side of the house, views out towards the sea. So that gives a snapshot of some of the bedrooms. As I said, there's 14 in total, but what we do have are 2 rooms here which are partially converted, which will need finishing off. Now, they, in my opinion, would make wonderful owner's accommodation, or maybe staff accommodation, depending on how you want to run the business. If you don't want to run the business, then they would make amazing study space or playrooms or anything else that you think could possibly fit. And it's a really useful extra area that you can grow into rather than growing out of. Now, when I get to the bottom of these stairs, we'll go out and have a look externally at the rest of the accommodation. So, coming out this way, as you can imagine, this is an enormous building, and there's so much to see. And I'll see if there's a... I'm just going to show you some of the sanitary ware, just because it's of the period, and it's so lovely. I mean, this bathroom and the adjoining bathroom have really different styled sinks, and very befitting this. So, as we come outside here, there are a number of letting rooms which are within here, so it gives a bit of separation between the two. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but we've got window reveals and other things throughout here which tell that there is an historic building hidden behind there somewhere. So the vendors have said that this has a peel tower incorporated into this building that was probably around about 1275. Now, the building is Grade 1 listed, so I'm sure there's quite a lot of history that's going to go with it. But I'm not going to show you all the way, but I will show you just a snippet in here, because we've got a stone staircase that leads all the way up to the top here. Very cool. So I'm not going to take you in to show you all of those rooms. There's, I believe there's quite a few rooms in there which are all beautifully presented, very similar to the house itself. But I thought, as we've already got about 20 minutes on the video, I don't want you guys to get too bored, and I'm sure when you come to view that you'll be very excited by things. So these buildings here are not owned by Moresby Hall. They are holiday lets, but this barn here and this cottage over here are owned by the Hall. And I think the cottage over here rents incredibly well and has that kind of potential maybe for owner's accommodation or for staff accommodation if required. But the added extra to this place, over here, we have an old barn and there's a bit of land around it. But that has physical consent for 10 more letting rooms. So if you wanted to expand the offering and create a larger a larger guest house, then you've got all of that potential surrounding you. However, if you did not, then it's there for the future for you to maybe do something with it at a later date. So coming back around, show the scale of this place is absolutely vast. I mean, the lovely thing is that the current owners have just kept everything to such a nice standard that you know that moving in here will be a nice, easy transition. So I'm just going to come back up to the front of the property just to give you a bit of a final summary and give you that last view before we finish this video. So we have 14 current letting rooms, a fantastic business which has been running for quite a long time and has a huge amount of repeat business. There's the potential for further expansion and an amazing business that can come fully furnished, including everything to get started and advanced bookings should you wish. However, there is a large part of me that thinks that there is an amazing house here, that somebody from multi-generational living, people that could share such a significant space between lots of families and actually live a dream that most people can't achieve. But together, there is that possibility. Or one Herculean house for one family that can afford to take on this project, can afford to take on this house and the project to the rear, and have, the most incredible place to live and work and everything else you could ever imagine. Well, this property, as I previously mentioned, is coming to the market for £1 million. And it is every penny of that, in my opinion, all day long. It's such a beautiful opportunity. And I'm just going to finish on the staircase. If you would like to have a viewing or find out more about this wonderful piece of history, please do give me a call on 01900 822 00. Thank you.